Now, in the section of Unit 3, we have talked about the housing, how the housing should look like. In Unit 2, things to look out for, because different species of snails have different things that they need to make sure they do well and to thrive well. These are the things that has to do with their housing, what to consider. Now we are coming to a sector that is very, very important for you to have a successful snail farming. We start to do with the environmental consideration for snail farming. Now, the environmental consideration play a crucial role in snail farming to ensure sustainable and responsible practices. Here are some key environmental considerations for snail farming. Temperature. Snail exhibits sensitivity to temperature fluctuations and possesses distinct temperature requirements contingent upon their species. For the most part, snails thrive within the temperature range of 20 to 25 degrees Celsius or 68 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Extreme heat or cold can induce stress or even fatality in snails. To ensure temperature remains within the optimal range, opt for suitable housing location, institute shading and insulation techniques, and if necessary, employ temperature control devices. Humidity. Snails necessitate a humid milieu to avert desiccation and foster robust shell development. Typically, the recommended humidity range for snails fall within 70 to 90%. To sustain suitable moisture level, provide a damp substrate, conduct regular misting or spraying, and utilize an hygrometer for humidity monitoring. Caution against excessive humidity, which may result in fungal purification or other complications. Ventilation. Adequate ventilation stands as a vital factor in upholding the circulation of fresh air and forestalling the accumulation of stagnant air, molodus, and surplus moistures. Effective ventilations contribute to humidity regulations and toward the purification of detrimental bacteria. When configuring snail housing system, incorporate windows, vents, or other apertures to facilitate natural air exchange. In enclosed or indoor environment, ponder the installation of fans or ventilation mechanism to generate ample airflow. Light. Though snails lack specific light prerequisites, exposure to natural light can lead in regulating their biological rhythms and encouraging natural behaviors. In cases where indoors farming or conditions with limited light are unavoidable, contemplate furnishing artificial lighting that stimulate natural day and night cycles. Exercise caution to avert exposing snails to direct sunlight, as this can lead to overheating and dehydration. Soil qualities. Snails heavily rely on soil for burrowing, egg deposition, and foraging. The quality of soil holds a direct influence over their well-being and growth. Utilize well-drained soil enriched with organic matter. Stay clear of soil contaminated with pesticides, herbicides, or other pollutants. And this can be detrimental to snails. Maintain consistent scrutiny of soil conditions and effectuate prerequisite amendment to sustain an optimal pH level and nutrient composition. Water quality. Snails mandate access to untainted chlorine-free water for drinking and the upkeep of humidity levels. Verify the water source purity and execute regular water changes to forestall bacterial purification. In instances where tap water is employed, allow it to stand for 24 hours to permit chlorine dissipation before offering it to the snail. Pesticides and chemical. Snail register vulnerability to pesticides and herbicides and other chemicals customary employed in agriculture. Omit the use of these substances in proximity to snail farming area, as they can taint the snail's sustenance, water, or substrates and directly jeopardize the snails. If necessitated, resort to organic and eco-friendly approaches for pest and weed control. Waste management. Effective waste management serves as a cornerstone in preserving a pristine and wholesome setting for the snail. Routinely eliminate unconsumed food, excrement or excreta, and any decomposing organic matter from the snail enclosure to forestall the accumulation of detrimental bacteria and offensive odor. Employ environmentally friendly means to compose or dispose of waste material. Biodiversity and ecosystem. The conduct of snail farming should adhere to practices that contain detrimental consequences on local ecosystem while stimulating biodiversity. Refrain from introducing non-indigenous snail species which have the potential to become invasive and are competitive native wildlife. Manifest respect and safeguard natural habitat, and weigh the implementation of sustainable farming techniques that minimize the ecological footprint. By deliberating upon these environmental factors and putting into operation appropriate measures, you can establish a conducive environment for snail farming and boost the vitality and efficiency of your snail production. Thank you.